You are welcome back to the sewing tutorial of this trouser. If you have not watched the cutting tutorial, is available on the channel. Today I will be showing you how I sew this trouser. If you have stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching my video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and please like this video. And if you are an old subscriber, thank you so much for always checking back. Here now I have the two front parts of the trouser and the two back piece of the trouser present here. This is the front part and that is the back part. You remember when we cut the pocket, I notched it in two places. I first measured 2 inches, then 6 inches. So now from the second notch, from that 6 inches notch, I'll go and sew it on the right side. Listen please, I'm sewing on the right side because I'm not going to weave these pockets before sewing. I'm going to interlock everything after sewing, so I don't want the sewing part to be showing at the wrong side of the fabric. So I will sew the pockets to the right side of the fabric. You can see the way I'm demonstrating it. I'm going to do that to the two pockets. On the trouser, I'm going to make a 3 inches notch, that is the folding allowance plus 1 inch. I've sewn the pocket. You can see what we have. So I'm going to pick the right side of the pocket. That 2 inches, I'm going to face it with a 3 inches notch on the trouser, on the front side of the trouser, on the front piece of the trouser. I'm going to place it. So when you match it very well, you will see that the two notches on both the trouser and the pocket is going to match. You can make the notches when you want to start sewing, but it's advisable you do it when you are cutting. So that 6 inches that I measured is going to serve as our pocket opening. So now what I'm going to do is to sew from that first notch, from that first notch to the second notch. I'm going to sew through. You can see I've sewn I open the pocket like this, pick the right side to face right side, and I sew it. So now I sew from one notch to the other notch. I did not sew past that way. You can see these are the notches. These are the notches. You can see what I did there. So I now open it to the other side and you will fold it like this. You can see I've pressed it with iron. You can see the notches are coming out. So I've pressed this lace out like this. I'm still going to. So the next thing now is to sew a bit. You sew like you sew it a bit. Just sew on this notch and sew down. Then bring it out like this again. So I'll sew it and show you the next thing to do. Please, when you are sewing, don't sew on this second part of the pocket. We are still going to use it. So you can see I've sewn it from here, even this place. You can see my pocket is still here. My pocket is still here. So now to close the pocket finally, you pick the back piece for this side, you place it on it like this, and you will sew. You see this place still have rough edges, so you will sew to this place, notch to this notch part, to this place that you start the front pocket from, to where your notch is here. You will sew to this place, notch and continue sewing down. But when you are sewing, you push this pocket, this front pocket, you push it in like this so that you not sew on it. So you sew 0.5 inch, you sew it down, start sewing down till you get to the down part of the trouser. So you have closed that side this like that. I will do that to this, and I will do it to the second part and come and show you the next thing. So this is the result. You can see, you can see the pockets. This is the pocket. So the last thing about this pocket is to top stitch on this so that things will, it will not be tearing on its own. Top stitch on this, just top stitch on this part, open it like this and top stitch to this place. So that's the next thing. So after top stitching on it, we will hold this place like this. That is the, just like 0.5 inch here. So you then start closing. So you sew it, just leave like 0.5 inch here so that you use it to close the front and the back crotch, and do the same thing to the back too. I've done that to the two piece of the to the two sides of the trouser, and now the next thing now is to join the two crotches. So just pick the crotches like that. Make sure the crotches align so that one leg will not be longer than the other leg. That's funny, right? But that's the truth. If one crotch is not aligning well with the other, it will lead to the crotch, to the legs of the pants not equal. So this is what I have after sewing this piece. So now I will interlock all the inside. So but before interlocking, you see this is the front part. This is the front part of the trouser. So this is the 2 inches I left. It's going in like this. But after that 2 inches, I left a hole here when sewing, like 1 inch. This will be used to pass in the elastic and the loop. So this is how it will be. You see. So at the back here, I will open it and I will stitch on it. And I will stitch on it so that I will stitch here, and stitch here like this. I will stitch to secure it so that it will not be losing. So this is the result. I've stitched around that opening so as to secure it. So the next thing now is to close the upper part of the trouser with the 2 inches that we left while cutting, and the down part, that is the ankle of the trouser, with the 2.5 inches before inserting our elastic or rope. Thanks for watching.